At first, it was just my love of Taekwondo that got me interested in Korea. But soon, it became a country I admired, one I wanted to visit.
Wow!
When I first got to Korea, I was amazed by its energy, but most of all, by its delicious food.
진짜 맛있어. 저 되게 좋아해요.
Now, I'm a celebrity and a cook who loves to make, and of course to eat, Korean cuisine. Come and join me in my little kitchen. I'm Fabian.
In Korea, there are some dishes like grilled kalbi or hot pot made with vegetables and meat you can enjoy cooking together on the spot. Let me introduce you some of them. Go! Come on! Hello guys! What are you planning on packing for lunch on your next picnic? Sandwiches again? Come on! I'm going to teach you how to make wonderful kimbap, which is Korea's most famous picnic food. I will be making two different kinds of kimbap, beef and tuna. You'll need some freshly steamed rice. Season it with sesame oil, salt and sesame seeds. For the beef kimbap, season some ground beef with soy sauce, sugar, ground garlic, sesame oil, and pepper. Okay, let's add some green color, cucumbers. If you don't like cucumbers, just use any other green vegetables. Hollow out the cucumbers and cut them into long pieces. If you leave the insides, your kimbap can spoil easily and won't be as crisp. Add some salt to the sliced cucumbers and let them sit for a little bit. Now, take a paper towel and squeeze the water from the cucumbers. It's important to dry the cucumbers because if you don't, the moisture can make the kimbap squishy. Let's chop the carrots. Carrots have fat-soluble vitamins that absorb better when stir-fried in oil. Now the yellow ingredients: egg garnish and pickled radish. We're going to fry it slightly thick to get that chewy texture. After frying it, slice it into long pieces. And let's stir-fry the beef. Squeeze the oil out of the tuna and mix it with mayonnaise and sugar. Okay, all the ingredients are ready. Now time to roll. Lay some dried seaweed and add a layer of rice. If you put too much rice, the seaweed will tear. You want a very thin, even layer of rice. Egg, carrots, cucumbers, pickled radish, and ground beef, and roll carefully so it doesn't tear. This is beef kimbap. Roll another kimbap with perilla leaves, egg, carrots, cucumbers, pickled radish, and tuna. Looks so pretty, right? Suddenly I feel like going on a picnic. Guys, the next time you're packing for a picnic, be sure to bring some kimbap along. Okay. Wow, they're really colorful. All right, I'm gonna make sujebi with these fresh carrots. For the orange color, choose carrots with even dark coloring and good shape. Firmer carrots with tapered tips will be less tough, with a smaller core. And now I need some green color, so let's go this way. For the green color, pick spinach that is dark green with fresh, healthy leaves. Spinach is usually sold in two types, the kind that is short, with reddish roots, or sweeter. When it rains, I always start to crave sujebi or Korean pasta soup with its refreshing broth. It kinda tastes like the Italian dish gnocchi, but still it's a little bit different. Let's get started. We are going to make a special three-colored sujebi. Blend carrots and spinach to add color to the sujebi dough. Use a sieve to remove the big chunks of carrots and spinach. Now, use the carrot and spinach water from earlier to make orange and green dough. So, I used carrots and spinach, but if you like, you can use any other colorful ingredients like bell peppers or squash. You have to let the dough sit for about 10 minutes to get the best chewy texture. See you in 10 minutes! So while we wait, let's make the anchovies toast. Remove the inside from the anchovies and stir fry them in a pot. Stir frying the anchovies will reduce the fishy smell. Boil them with kelp and water. When the water boils, remove the kelp and simmer over low heat for another 5 minutes. Pour the boiled stock through a filter. Chop the zucchini into half-moon slices. Chop the potato into squares. Cut the leek into small pieces and chop the onion as well. Okay, so now all the ingredients are ready. Put a bit of sesame oil into a heated pot. Stir fry some diced garlic. Then add the anchovy stock and boil them all together. When the stock boils, put the potatoes and tear off thin pieces of the sujebi dough and put them in the pot. Tear pieces as thin as you can to get the perfect soft chewy texture. When the sujebi rises to the surface like this, add the vegetables. Now, let's take a look. The sujebi slices are transparent, which means they're ready. Now, finish it off with soy sauce, salt, and a bit of pepper. Sujebi is really easy to make and also easy to eat and very good for your body. Should I try it? It's really chewy and good. Well, looks good, tastes good. You should try it. Wow, 부침개다! This is one of my favorite snacks in Korea. 안녕하세요. Wow! You'll have to choose between vegetables, seafood, and meat for the ingredients, and also decide whether you'll make the dough with flour or glutinous rice powder. This is delicious. Now I know what I'm gonna do today. On important days in Korea, people always have Nokdu bindaetteok or Mandu pancakes, which are crispy on the outside and soft in the inside. Sitting around the table with family and friends, eating Nokdu bindaetteok and drinking makgeolli. Awesome! Let me show you how to make it. Soak the peeled mung beans in lukewarm water for about an hour. To save yourself time and trouble, be sure to buy peeled mung beans so that you won't have to peel them yourself. While the beans are soaking, season the ground pork with soy sauce and cheongju. Sukju. Parboil the bean sprouts. Squeeze out the water and chop them finely. Shake off excess seasoning from the kimchi and chop it up. Chop the green onions and red peppers as well to use as garnish. So this is mostly for decoration, so you can take these out if you don't have them. Okay. Now, pour about half a cup of water into the mung beans and blend them into a paste. Add pork, bean sprouts, and kimchi into the ground mung beans. Sprinkle in some salt and stir to make the dough. Okay, time to make the pancakes. So to get that crispy texture, we're gonna use a lot of cooking oil. Pour some oil into a pan and put a thick layer of dough. Put the green onion and pepper in the middle of the dough. When it's ready, flip it to the other side. Since we're using a lot of oil, be careful not to get any oil splashed on you. Now let's make the dipping sauce. Stir together 4 spoons of soy sauce, 2 spoons of vinegar, 1 spoon of water, 1 spoon of sugar, and half a spoon of red chili powder. And we're done! Smells so rich and savorous. Mung beans are excellent for detoxing, so remember to have Nokdu bindaetteok when you're looking for a simple and healthy snack. Ground beef is an essential ingredient for Korean-style soups. For the best texture, use ground tenderloin or sirloin. I will use ground beef for dumplings or mandu. Let's do this! What other ingredients do we need? Add tofu, chives, and bean sprouts for more texture. Since long ago, Korean people enjoyed mandu or dumplings. They thought the shape of mandu was holding in luck. Mandu can taste really different depending on what's inside. I'm going to teach you how to make meat mandu with meat and vegetables. Let's start with the outer skin. Need 3 cups of flour, a cup and a half of water, and a pinch of salt to make the dough. To soften the dough, put it in a plastic bag and let it sit for about 30 minutes. Alright, now let's make the stuffing. Season ground beef or pork with 1 spoon of soy sauce, half a spoon of diced garlic, and a bit of salt and pepper. Dry the tofu by wrapping it in a cotton cloth. Okay, so be sure to dry your tofu well, otherwise the mandu can get soggy. Next up are the chives. Wash and clean the chives and chop into fine pieces. Prepare the bean sprouts and chop them as well. So you can use either beef or pork for the stuffing, but you can also add other ingredients like kimchi or glass noodles. Put the meat, tofu, chives into a bowl, and bean sprouts. Add some chopped green onions, diced garlic, salt, pepper, soy sauce, and mix it all together. So this is the dough we made earlier, and I'm going to roll it very thinly using a roller. Be sure to sprinkle flour on your cutting board first, so the dough doesn't stick. Okay. So now, I'm going to use a circle cutter to cut the dough into individual skins. If you don't have a round cutter, you can use a round bowl instead. Sprinkle flour on the skins as well so they don't all stick together. Place a skin on your hand. Wet the edges, then put the stuffing in the middle. Fold it in half and pinch the edges together so there's no air trapped inside. You can also make a rounded shape by pinching the two edges of the half moon, just like this. Put these on a hot steamer and steam for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's make the dipping sauce. 2 spoons of soy sauce, 2 spoons of vinegar, 1 spoon of water, and red chili powder. Easy, right? Let's see if our mandu is ready. When they're ready, you should be able to see all of the stuffing through the skin. Wow, can you see that? Looks delicious! Actually, homemade mandu is a little bit cumbersome to make, but trust me, it's worth it. You won't regret it. We will make tteokbokki. For this, I will need a special secret ingredient. I'm going to show you. 안녕하세요. Our secret weapon is the white fish. This fresh cracker will be made into fish cakes and tteokbokki made with those fish cakes. I will use this fish to make a fish cake. 기대해도 좋아요.
I really want Korean food, but I don't want rice. I don't want to eat out, but I have no time to cook.
If you are in this situation, I've got the perfect solution for you. spongy rice cakes, spicy sauce, and handmade fish cakes. In just a few minutes, you'll have delicious omuk tteokbokki ready to eat. To make our tteokbokki, we'll be using these bindaetteok or sliced rice cake bars. First, let's soften them into cold water.
If you use hard rice cakes, they take longer to cook and don't taste as good. Wash and chop bell peppers, broccoli, tomatoes, and cabbages.
We are going to make our own fish cakes for our tteokbokki. It's actually very good for your health and easier than you think, so follow along.
Cut the squid and pollock into big squares. I used pollock, but if you don't have pollock, you can use any other white fish.
Okay, let's chop up the carrots.
And onions. Put the squid, pollock, and a bit of salt into the blender. Blend until it becomes a bit sticky. Add the carrots and onions to the pollock and squid, along with ginger extract, flour, and egg whites to make the dough.
Okay, now let's fry our dough. First, fill about a third of a pot with cooking oil and wait for it to heat up. Use a spoon to cut round pieces of dough, like this.
When it's fried golden, remove excess grease with a sieve.
Okay, we're done with our fish cakes now. Easy, right? We're going to use this for our tteokbokki.
Pour water into a pot.
Okay.
And stir in some gochujang. Add red chili powder, ground garlic, and soy sauce and stir. When the sauce starts to boil, add the rice cakes and tomatoes and let them cook.
Oh, they're all squishy now. Okay, so now let's add the cabbage, broccoli, bell peppers, and fish cake, and stir until the sauce soaks in. Okay, we're done. So, be sure to invite some friends over when you make it so that you don't eat it all yourself. I know you.
Sit around the table with those you love and prepare and enjoy a meal together. Fresh, healthy food that's easy and fun to make. What could be better?